There's a demon in your blind spot, and there's something haunting you in a place that you refuse to look. Everybody has at least two blind spots. They're really easy to find. It's natural. It's just how our eyes work. And we have mental blind spots too. Things that our minds won't let us see unless we work hard to overcome that barrier. And you have to know what you are in order to see yourself clearly. It took me a long time to admit that I'm long-winded and boring, and now that I see it, I can wear it proudly, but I can also work to do something about it. Do you remember when Donald Rumsfeld said there are unknown unknowns and people laughed at him? Well, he was right. We all have unknowns, arenas, facades, and blind spots. You can find your blind spots and reduce them using the Johari window. This is a psychological technique, and I want to open that window a little bit and let in some fresh air and try to help you see the blind spot that's developed across the internet. Okay. Over the last 5 years, the entire landscape of the internet has completely shifted, and most people don't see it. The blind spot is bot traffic on websites. Traditionally, everybody ignores bots. They're just these little servants that run around and index websites for search and SEO, right? Or some of them are malicious and they try to break into your website sometimes. That's wrong. It used to be right, but it's not right anymore. That's the way that it was, not the way that it is, and it will never be the way that it was ever again. So let's take a look at what's changed. The world changed beneath our feet while we were asleep. And bots used to be small in number, innocuous, helpful. They didn't make any money for websites, and websites use analytics in order to make money. So bots were irrelevant to analytics, so analytics filter out bots because bots don't make websites money. That's the idea. But what used to be true is not true anymore. I recently talked to a digital marketer, and he said that he ignores bots because he can't make money from them. I said that actually you can make bots pay you now. He said bots don't pay for things. I said, well, bots can pay. More bots can pay every day. They already buy tickets, collectibles, data sets, and now they can pay for access to websites. He said, that's not possible. And he hung up on me. That's a blind spot. That is a really bad blind spot. The worst blind spots are ones that we refuse to believe are even possible, and we can't even admit to having them. And analytics hide bots, and that has created a blind spot where websites literally cannot even see their bot traffic because it's hidden. Sometimes some of the bot traffic slips through and the analytics platform scrambles to hide it again. They've been working on making this problem invisible for so long that people don't even realize that it happens. But ignoring your problems doesn't make them go away. Believe me, I've tried. I have tried to ignore many problems in my life, and ignoring them just makes the problem worse. You can ignore bots when they're a tiny portion of your traffic, but how much do you have to be spending on useless traffic, bleeding you dry with unnecessary server bills before you do something? Well, we analyzed one of our websites, and 50% of their traffic is bots. They're spending $1,000 a year on bot traffic. How much extra product do they have to sell to make up for that bot traffic? Well, they basically have to sell one extra product every single day to make up for it, which doesn't sound like a lot, but why are you giving it away? Why would they give it away? We took a closer look, and there was a tiny sliver of bot traffic that actually mattered to them. It was about 1.5% of their bot traffic that was useful to their site. Indexers and optimizers and so on. You see, bots are now the majority of internet traffic, and they're never going to shrink. They will always outpace the growth of human users. Bot traffic as a portion of internet traffic is going to keep growing, and human traffic is going to keep shrinking. That's just the way it is. You can't fight it. You can't change it. No matter what you do, no matter how many humans you drive to your website, there will always be more bots than humans. That means it's time to do something about it. And if you can't beat them, join them, right? Like in Age of Empires 2, where a priest converts an enemy unit to a friendly unit. Or in Civilization 6, where you can use a religious unit to turn barbarians into warriors. So like, put them to work. Put the bots to work. Stop ignoring them. Stop ignoring the problem and pay attention to it. If you have 10,000 bots visiting you in a week, there's different segments. They have different purposes. They have different visit intents. You know how to market to website traffic. So turn segments into audiences. Set up management for different audiences, and with that sheer volume of visits, we can find a way to convert some of that audience into payors. Bots can and will pay. Consider content scrapers. They have a business purpose. They want something specific, which is your content, and the reason they want it is because it has financial value. If a third of Reddit's revenue is selling access to AI companies for training data, why isn't a third of your revenue selling access to AI companies for training data? Why aren't you doing that? They clearly want your data or they wouldn't be scraping it, so put a price on it. What if we convert 5% of the bot traffic on your website into a payer? Monetize the bots, put them through a revenue funnel, and turn them into cash flow. That's the monetization strategy for Web3. It stands alongside ads and e-commerce for Web 1, SaaS and paywalls for Web 2. Maybe I'm crazy. No, I know I'm crazy. But the more interesting thing is, maybe I'm right. Maybe you can make bots pay you. Why not try? What's the harm?